I know it's Friday afternoon, so there's probably not going to be very many people in here anyway, but I got a package, and I figured, I already opened it, but I didn't take the stuff out of the box yet. Wanted you guys to be here with me, you know? So, we're going to let a few people accumulate. There's not going to be very many people because, like I said, it's Friday afternoon. Sealess Bagley, not mono. What up, guys? Looks like Sealess got the fist. Sorry, not mono. Not mono, not fist. And this, in this box, is probably one of the most expensive independent car parts I've ever purchased. And a lot of people have been asking for details about what it is, or what specific set I ordered, but I haven't given any details, so we'll let a few more people come in. As you're coming in, hit the like button. Let's see if we get 10 likes. I mean, we only have 9 people watching, but let's get 10 likes out of those 9 people. It is Pistons. People have been waiting, but I haven't released any details of the Pistons. So, oh, we got 12 people, so we can hit 10 likes for sure. Let's see it. When we hit 10, I'll go ahead and take them out of the box and let you guys in on all the info. There it is. 10 likes. Let's do this. This, in this pretty box here, set this down, is my new Wiseco forged piston set for the Rabbit. I'm pretty excited. I was going to just rip the box open because I want to see how shiny they are, but I restrained myself so you guys could join me in the moment. But yeah, I did go ahead and get forged pistons. I'm not getting H-beam rods or anything. Like I said before, I have zero intent to boost this car ever. I want it to be able to drive like to Leavenworth. I really want to take it to Leavenworth, and but having to go oversized on the engine block, there's not a lot of piston options that aren't forged in for, well, there aren't any actually, but for the price that the Wiseco set was, it was a very easy decision to make. So, let's crack these bad boys open. Get the X-Acto knife out. Anybody's got any questions about them, let me know. If you want to know any specifications or anything. Oh, they give me a Wiseco sticker? Oh, they did. Diameter, these are 83 millimeter, which is 20 thousandths over stock. They're crazy light compared to what I was expecting. Top pistons came in triangle shape. Yeah, they do for rotaries. They're called pistons. Let's get everyone real upset. The rings for wrist pins. Piston rings in there. Ooh! It's so pretty. Look at that, dude. That's wild. The Wiseco logo in the sides. I'm pretty excited. It's so light. It's ridiculous. I mean, I guess the pistons that are in it are probably pretty light, but I've never had them off a rod before, so pretty wild though. So these are Wiseco 83 millimeter pistons, which is 20 thousandths over bore. The stock bore on the 9A is 82.5, so we're half a millimeter over, 20 thousandths of an inch, and the compression is going to be bumped up just a tad. These pistons are 11-to-1, which sounds really high, but the 9A from the factory is 10.8-to-1, so you know, we're only adding 0.2 to 1 to the compression ratio, which shouldn't necessitate a lot of adjustment. It's They're designed to run with 154 millimeter rods, which are the stock size rods, stock wrist pin diameter, and sets of rings. All said and done, this whole kit, 4 pistons with rings and wrist pins, was $517, which seems like a pretty dang good deal to me, considering there's really 2 engines that could use this, the 9A and the ABA. There's a lot of Volkswagen engines that use 154 or 145 millimeter rods. I can't remember. Whatever the stock ones are, these are for that. But from what I've read, the only ones you can safely bore out to 83 millimeter are the 9A and the ABA, because they're pretty much the same. I believe the stroke's a little different on an ABA. You flex hone the cylinders. Are you taking to machine shop? Yes, the flex hone, while did work good, the scoring in the cylinder walls was too brutal. So this is why I'm going to oversized pistons, because I don't think those are salvageable. So we'll shave a ½ millimeter off the cylinder walls, and she should be ready to rock and roll. I'm pretty excited. Hopefully, anyway. That would be my luck. Take it to the machine shop. They bore it out and be like, yeah, that's still not gonna do it. But there you go. Wiseco 11-to-1 compression forged piston set. There you go. There's all 4 of them. It's funny, I actually asked my buddy Devin, who just built a 4G63 for his 1G. He had 5 Wiseco pistons. I was like, hey, how long does it take Wiseco to send pistons out? Because I ordered these maybe a week ago. And I got an email from the distributor about them not having these in stock because it's such a specific piston for such a specific application that they were going to have to come directly from Wiseco. I've heard Wiseco can take like between 2 and 4 weeks, but I just about a week they got here. So it's pretty sick. I'm pretty pumped. But yeah, like I said, 83 millimeter, so 20 thousandths oversized, 11-to-1 compression, forged Wiseco pistons. Pretty sick. Now I gotta get the block over to the machine shop when I can, and have them work everything out for me. I'm not sure how far I want the machine shop to go. I was really just thinking they do a line bore and then that's it. But the more I think about it, the more I think maybe I should just have them clean the block and deck the mating surface for the head gasket. Not shave it down at all, just clean it up, make sure it's all level. Because it's already going to be there, and I think having them hot tank it is only like another $30, and then having them check the head and flatten everything out is only like another $50. So might as well do it while we're there. Haven't decided yet though. I checked the flatness with a straight edge, and it's really good, but you know, I don't have the technology that they have to check it out. Are both bearings from the oil pump shaft okay in the block to the timing belt? No. I need to figure out how the hell I'm going to get those out, and once they're out, figure out how the hell I'm getting new ones in. Because that looks pretty gnarly. But yeah, they were a little scored up, so we'll be throwing new ones in there. I pulled the intermediate shaft in the last video. Every time a head is pulled, it warps slightly. Yeah, but generally not enough to be worth concern. Because my buddy Pat, who builds racing Volkswagens, they've torn apart and put together Volkswagen engines many a time without having issues regarding flattening the head out. You missed out, dude. I just sold the 1.8 out of the Black Miata for $300. Any body or interior stuff you're going to do? Interior, I really want to find a new steering wheel for the Rabbit. Otherwise, it's good. The driver's seat's a little ripped up, but it's in really good shape for how old it is and for how poorly taken care of the car seems to have been. But exterior, yes, it's getting completely repainted at some point. It's just going to be really expensive, and I've got a lot of other things to do, so whenever I can afford that and get around to it, it'll get done. Yeah, but it has good compression, though. Yeah, Ryan bought the engine. He's rebuilding it. He told me that he's getting prepared to spend like $7,000 on that 1.8 because it's getting bored out and bigger stroke or shorter stroke, I guess. I don't know how you would say that, but boost and like crazy built engine cams and shit like that. So that should be interesting. I'll keep in contact with him, but he picked it up yesterday. Well, I mean, I do keep in contact with him anymore. I'll keep you guys updated on that as it comes along. But I'm assuming it's a little ways out before it gets all sorts of money dumped into it. Take a bit off the gasket surface to get a higher compression. Yeah, I know what you mean, but with those pistons, it's already going to be 11-1, so I'm not concerned about adding more. It's quite a bit unnecessary. So power you're hoping to make out of the build, like 200 horsepower, which should be pretty easy now. Bumped up the compression just a hair, and the cam set that's in it, and EFI, it'll hit 200 horsepower, no problem. Hopefully, anyway. We will see. Regardless, I know a guy who has a similar setup, but it's a stock stroke and bore 1.8 with the cam set that I have. And he was on Digi 1 with a tune, and it made a little over 200 wheel horsepower. So, if I can hit like 200 to 225 crank, that will be more than enough for my car that weighs 1,900 pounds. That already couldn't put the power down when it had 85 horsepower. So, it'll be good. Roll racing only, really, but not even built for racing, just... There's an 8-valve turbo kit in Portland or Seattle. Buy that and turbo the old 8-valve. Sell it to me. Ross already bought the 8-valve. It's going in his Mark II. Planning on tracking it at all? Not really, no. What exhaust will you be running? I really want to get a Tectonics tuning 4-1 header and run 2-inch or 2.5 all the way, but I want it to be quiet. Like I said, it's mostly just going to be a quick daily driver, but I don't intend to track it really. It's just a rabbit. And I've wanted a Mark I for a long time, and I got the Mark I. I've always had this nice lowered 16-valve swapped Mark I 4-door as kind of my ideal Volkswagen. So that's what I'm shooting for. Not a stance build, not a track build, not a street racing build or anything like that. Just a clean car that's fun to drive. Maybe occasionally autocross it or something just because, but yeah. Do you like Celica Supras? I do. Mark IIs. Yeah, I was going to use the gimbal to live stream again, but I lost, for one, the little tripod thing it came with. And then it was dead finally. I've been using that thing a lot, and I have not charged it once since I got it, and it finally just died like 2 weeks later. I was pretty impressed by that, honestly. I think it's really cool that you had a goal to build a car, and now your goal is coming true because you're building the car. Yeah, exactly. It's been a long time coming. When my first video ever was actually called the Mark I Dream Build, my first video on this channel anyway, and it's long overdue for this thing to get done. And like I've said a bunch of times, you guys hassling me isn't gonna make it happen any faster, because nobody wants to see it get done more than I do. But why boxing up 16? I have had my eye on a clean 960. It's $2 grand a good price. Yeah, if it's in good shape, that's not bad at all. At least you're waiting to do it right, unlike some YouTubers. Yeah, I mean, I was like 90% there with cutting some corners here and there, but now I don't know, I really want to get it done properly. And since it's a CIS car right now, when I pull the engine out, I'm going to sand the engine bay and repaint it before it goes in. I found a company that makes Mexico beige, the Rabbit's factory color, in spray cans. They're expensive, but I want to respray the engine bay before I put the new engine in. And now that makes me want to respray the engine block again, because I definitely half-assed that. And if Austin sees this, he's going to give me a lot of shit for it, because he definitely told me, it's like, you're going to regret it if you don't just do it right. And he was right. But, you know, it is what it is. I was just anxious to get it done, but that kind of all went out the window. I just want it done properly and well. And, I was thinking about getting new rods, but they're just so expensive for it being unnecessary. The rods are not a problem. They are never going to, unless I run it super, super lean or something, they're not going to be a problem. I'm not boosting it, I'm not running nitrous, I'm not even running like a stupid hot tune with the ignition or anything. The stock rods are going to be fine. Plus now I have 8, so I can pick the 4 that I really like. Get it powder coated? The engine block? I don't know what color I would go with. I initially wanted to do it black, and then I was like, when it starts leaking oil, I'll never see it. So, I'm not doing that. The only other thing that I have a slight concern of is the crankshaft, where the, I guess, I don't know if you call them journals, where the rods go, where the rod bearings mate to the crankshaft. There's real light scoring. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but it should be fine. And if it's not fine, I guess I'll eat my words later. But everything that really, really needed to be fixed is fixed now. Well, not fixed, but I have the stuff for it. By the way, the stock internals of the 2.0 are quite beefy from the factory. Yeah, I know, but my cylinder walls are toast. When I got the engine, we drained the oil, there was only a little over a quart of oil in it. And there's a little bit of scoring on the cam lobes, a little bit of scoring on the crankshaft, like I said, and then a lot on the cylinder walls. I'm not worried about the cam lobes at all. I'm not really worried about the crankshaft, but the cylinder walls needed to be fixed. Fixed properly. You can't really feel them after the flex hone, but especially after watching Adam LZ's video where they kept the stock bore and the compression was ass, I was like, you know what, time to go bigger. We'll have good compression, we'll have good cams, we'll have a good tune, and it's going to be a fun car. Probably going to need to empty the gas tank at this point too, because it's been sitting for over a year now. But yeah. Start up in one turn too. I hope so. The Volvo does really good when the battery's not dead. I see all these modified cars, people have to crank it for 30 seconds to start it, and the Volvo, you just press the button and it fires up. Mark II 16 valves direct swap into the Mark 1, right? Yeah, it just, the only thing you have to do is Mark IIs have an engine mount on the back of the block, whereas the Mark 1 mount is on the side of the block, but it's already drilled out and threaded. So you just take the engine mount off a Mark 1 engine, put it on a Mark II block, drop her in. Because there's really only one engine mount on Mark 1s. The other two are on the transmission. Yeah, I thought about just being like, alright, well, I'm going to save some money and dump a ton at the machine shop and have them assemble the whole rotating assembly and balance it with my new clutch, stuff like that, but I can't justify it because I got a big order to put in an FCP Euro for the Volvo as well, which they're giving me a discount on too, by the way, so if you need European parts, go to FCP Euro. Those guys are true champions. I wish they would have had the Wiseco set so I could buy it from them, but they mostly just carry stock stuff. I got the pistons from TH Motorsports. What clutch? Just stock one. But yeah, everything's over here. Or like, I got all the parts now, so. Well, not all the parts. I still need to get. I need to look that up actually. Intermediate shaft bearings. They're probably going to be really expensive. I don't know how they come out. Like, that's not bad. 21 bucks for OEM ones. But yeah, I no clue how they come out. I tried hammering them out. They did not move. It's fast enough though. $6. Nah, I'm not putting even a sprung 6-puck stock clutch. It'll be all right. All the same size from 85 and up. Okay, sick. Maybe I can talk the machine shop into putting the new bearings in for me. Because I don't know how to do the back ones. Just gotta make sure the oil journals line up and then good to go. I didn't even try and get the back one out though, and honestly the back one doesn't look bad, so I might just replace the front one and we'll take our chances with the back one because I have no idea how you would get in there and get it out and put a new one in. Hammering them out is easy, getting the new one in is more tricky. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Super clean white one for 1,000 in San Jose right now. White what? Rabbit? Have the new pistons cutouts for oil squirters. The new pistons are actually not as tall as the stock pistons, so I wasn't too worried about it. Are you keeping the Steelies on? Yes, for now, until I can find some snowflakes, because I really miss my snowflakes on my Mark II, and they look really good on Mark 1s. Oh, an S12? Buy one, dude. Those things are cool. When the Volvo getting a new clutch? That's what I'm ordering from FCP, or I'm ordering clutch and a new gasket set, like for the whole engine. But I don't think I'm going to do the head gasket. Definitely doing cam seals, oil pan gasket, and all this stuff. And then engine mounts, trans mount, and timing belt water bump kit. So I'll have a head gasket if it ever blows and I have to take it out, but or when I change my spark plugs, because you know. Oh no. Should get a new head for the Volvo. Yeah, I should. They're actually NA and turbo heads are the same, I found out, so I will eventually, but for now I'm just gonna leave the one that's on it be, and we'll see what happens. Alright guys, well, it was fun. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you guys in the next one. We'll bring this into an end. I'm going to a big car meet tonight. I might shoot a video of that. Just there's supposed to be lots of cool cars there. So, peace out.